If you grew up in the 1950s, hosting guests wasn't casual, it was an occasion. You didn't say, "Come by anytime." You planned, you prepared. And when the doorbell rang, your entire home became a stage. Because in the 1950s, having guests wasn't just social life, it was a performance, a display of good manners, pride, and the quiet art of keeping a perfect home. There were rules. You didn't call before 9 a.m., and you didn't call after dinner. And you always rehearsed the line in your head before picking up the rotary phone. "Hello, Margaret. This is Dorothy. Would you and Harold like to come over for coffee on Saturday at 2? That was how a proper invitation sounded, calm, polite, and planned days in advance. No texting, no casual drop-ins. You checked calendars, real ones, hanging in the kitchen with pencil marks and little notes. Once the "yes, we'd love to" was confirmed, cleaning wasn't optional, it was expected. Real cleaning. The living room was dusted, vacuumed, pillows fluffed into perfect shapes. Magazines were arranged in a neat fan on the coffee table. The universal 1950s sign of "I have my life together." The bathroom, spotless. Fresh towels, fancy guest towels no one dared touch. A bar of soap that looked too perfect to actually be used. The kitchen had to shine, even if guests never saw it. Just in case someone peeked in, you had to be ready. This wasn't insecurity, it was pride. It said, "This home matters, you matter, and I want you to feel welcome here." Early on the morning of the visit, the house filled with the warm smell of baking, a yellow cake with chocolate frosting, or an angel food cake that made every guest say, "Oh, how lovely," or a plate of cookies, chocolate chip, oatmeal, raisin, snickerdoodles, homemade, always homemade. Bringing store-bought was unthinkable unless you were sick or your oven had exploded. By noon, desserts cooled on the counter while the good dishes appeared. Small dessert plates, cloth napkins, delicate forks, doilies, the polished coffee pot, everything ready, everything intentional. An hour before the guests arrived, you changed clothes. Not glamorous but neat, presentable. A dress with a clean apron, hair set, perfume subtle, lipstick applied with precision. And then you waited, listening for the sound every hostess knew by heart. Ding dong, right on time. You opened the door with the kind of smile that could brighten a neighborhood. "Margaret, Harold. Come in, coats off." Small compliments. The "Oh, your home looks lovely." Comments that everyone exchanged whether true or not because it was part of the ritual. Conversation began gently. The weather, the church picnic, the new baby down the street. No politics, no arguments, no uncomfortable truths, just warmth and politeness. After a few minutes, you excused yourself. "Let me get the coffee." And you returned with a polished tray, coffee steaming, cups clinking, sugar cubes, ready with those tiny silver tongs. I still remember the sound of those cups, that soft porcelain tap that meant everything was going well. Do you remember what hosting felt like in your childhood home? The special towels, the homemade cake, the careful small talk. Share your memory below. Your story might spark someone else's too. The real work began. This was where the real magic unfolded. The men often wandered off to see the garage, a garden project, or a new tool. The women stayed inside the living room, their kingdom. That's when conversations deepened. Curtains, recipes, children, husbands, the universal language of 1950s womanhood. Quiet support, shared experience, a moment of bonding disguised as small talk. And of course, compliments. Always compliments. "Your curtains are beautiful. Your garden looks wonderful this year. Oh, this cake is delicious. You must give me the recipe." Everything polite, everything gracious. The social fabric of the decade woven one visit at a time. No one overstayed, ever. After about an hour, maybe 90 minutes, the visiting couple would check the clock. "Oh my, look at the time. We should let you get back to your day." A polite protest from the hostess. "Oh, you don't have to rush." Followed by coats, air kisses, warm goodbyes, promises to host next time. And then the house was quiet again. Once the door closed, you exhaled. Not from stress, from contentment. You'd done well. You'd upheld the unspoken standards of the era. You'd opened your home, shared your time, built community. You washed the china by hand, folded the cloth napkins, and for a moment, you stood in that tidy living room knowing you'd created something special. A space where people felt welcome, cared for, seen. Because hosting in the 1950s wasn't just about coffee and cake. It was about pride, connection, friendship. It was an art, one that required effort and heart. And if you close your eyes, you can still hear it, the doorbell ringing, the soft clink of china, the warm laughter drifting through a perfectly polished room. If this memory of 1950s hospitality brought back the smell of fresh coffee and the warmth of Saturday afternoons, give this video a thumbs up. It helps more people find their way back to these moments. And don't forget to subscribe to Yesterday Lives, where we bring back the stories, rituals, and simple joys of the world before the rush. One memory, one gathering, one warm visit at a time.